First on Worcester News tonight, spray paint full of hate. Southbridge police find a sign vandalized with a disturbing message. Plus, the second fittest teen in the world prepares for another CrossFit competition. A look at the training he goes through. We begin tonight in Southbridge, where a sign is vandalized with a disturbing message. Good evening, I'm Anna Botari. A police officer walking through a park early Friday morning spotted spray paint on a park sign reading "Kill Cops." This coming on the same day law enforcement in Massachusetts says their final goodbyes to a fallen officer. Our Cam Jandro joins us now live with more. Cam?
Anna, the department does not think there is an imminent threat, but they do believe the message was written on purpose, being the same day as fallen officer Michael Chesna was buried. And some of the people we caught up with earlier today say they cannot believe someone would actually write these things.
It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. I thought everybody was aware.
Just hours before Weymouth police officer Sergeant Michael Chesna was laid to rest, Southbridge police came across this sign reading "Kill Cops" in spray paint.
I would hope it's some misguided soul that is doing it to be inflammatory and doesn't mean it.
The sign was found early Friday morning by a patrolling officer at the soccer field behind West Street School. Mark Buckalow was sitting on the common just outside of the police station. He says he's in disbelief about the sign.
That's counter to what happened. An officer died and then somebody says, "Oh, let's go kill more." That's insane. That's somebody who's got priorities all messed up.
The department said there are cameras in the park, but not near the scene of the incident. Given the recent events in law enforcement, like the death of Sergeant Chesna, residents say they're stunned.
We've got a really young police force. It's like they're all young guys. It's like a new force. It's a new day in Southbridge, and it's to see that kind of negativity, it just upsets me, you know.
Unfortunately, there's always the potential of this kind of threat, and you don't know if it's real or not. I expect officers, even though they try not to, look over their shoulders a lot.
Now, authorities say they are investigating the incident. If you do have information, contact Southbridge Police Department. Anna?
Thanks, Cam. A statewide car rental fee could help fund police officer training. The increase will help address a long-standing issue for police. And while the bill is waiting to be signed by the governor, both the House and Senate have already passed it. Our Brittany Schaefer explains.
State lawmakers approve a bill which would increase the cost of renting a car in Massachusetts. The extra money could help better protect police officers.
We've been looking for a long time to fund municipal police training from a dedicated revenue source. So we're hoping that this will solve an issue that we've been trying to address for a long time.
The bill calls for a $2 surcharge when renting a car. Currently, fire departments have a similar surcharge on a homeowner's insurance policy. Massachusetts Chiefs of Police Association President Stephen Weiner says it will cover various trainings like defense tactics, firearms, CPR, and mental health training.
Covering some very needed police training in this state. And it's going to, at least at this point, we anticipate will double the funding that we get right now.
State Representative Paul Frost is in favor of the bill and says most of the House supported it.
I think overall it was very positive. Were there some folks who didn't care for the $2 surcharge on car rentals? Yes, there were.
Frost says the training will not only help new recruits, but also veteran officers so they are best prepared for the dangers they face on a daily basis.
And that makes them better police officers, it makes our communities safer, and hopefully it makes our police officers safer, especially with all the troubling times that we have faced just here in Massachusetts alone, here in Auburn, Weymouth, and Yarmouth, and so on and so forth. I think it's just more and more important that more we can do for the men and women in blue, we should do.
The bill is now in the hands of Governor Charlie Baker, who has 10 days to make a decision. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
Tonight's Bravehearts game was Military Appreciation Night. Veterans were invited to watch the game free of charge. Players were dressed in special camouflage team jerseys. During the night, the jerseys were auctioned off to the highest bidder. The proceeds will go to Project New Hope.
Well, it's the funding here is going to help us put on more retreats, provide resources in the community, like our baby pantry at our Worcester location in Holyoke, Mass, providing free diapers and baby formula and baby food and children's clothes and personal hygiene and items for mom and dad.
Project New Hope's Bill Moore says all of the programs the Bravehearts provide for the youth and the way they give back to the community, you couldn't ask for a better franchise in the city of Worcester. If you're feeling lucky tonight, you still have time to go out and buy a Mega Millions ticket. The jackpot, $433 million. Whew. No one matched the 6 numbers drawn on Tuesday, so the price rose. $433 million is the 6th largest Mega Millions prize in history. The number had people here in Worcester running out to Brattlestop Market in Delhi to grab a ticket. They had different ideas of what they'd do with the money if they won.
I'm married. My wife would decide that.
I'd buy my parents a boat.
Now, some people are superstitious and want to buy a ticket where there's been success in the past. A man recently won $100,000 a year for life on a scratch ticket just last month at Brattleshop. After being closed for 2 days due to storm damage, Crompton Park Pool is back open Friday. Dozens of kids were enjoying today's warm weather at the pool. Worcester's DPW says flooding washed mulch and dirt into the water. Crews had to disinfect to make sure everything was safe for swimmers. The pool was open until 7 p.m. tonight, but is now closed. A potential dog park in Auburn is being met with mixed feelings from residents in town. Some are looking forward to the possibility, while others are concerned with what could go wrong. Our Chandler Walsh explains. Come on.
Gina Demopoulos walks her dog Otis at Lemansky Field in Auburn.
I just have to walk him on a leash. I wish I could take him off.
The town has a leash law, and there's no public space where dogs can play.
People still do it because, like I said, some people don't have the yard, and it's nice. They want to chase a ball. They want to run as fast as they can.
Town manager Edward Kasanovich says the town is hoping to build a dog park at the field. The park would be up to 30,000 square feet in place of a skate park, which has been getting less use in recent years.
But it provides an area for our dogs to run freely, and it's an opportunity for dogs to socialize.
Kasanovich says there has always been interest from the community, but not all residents think it's a good idea.
I've heard plenty of horror stories.
Newfoundland owner Nate Sanford says people in town aren't prepared for what comes with having a dog park.
There's too many things that can go wrong really quick, and most people are not prepared to deal with what their dog's going to do when they meet other dogs.
The town is applying for a grant of up to $250,000 to fund the park, but they need the nonprofit the Fur Friends of Auburn to raise 10% of the money first. They've already raised $10,000 in less than a year.
This is a one-time opportunity for the town to explore this grant.
That was our Chandler Walsh reporting. Young patients at UMass Memorial Children's Medical Center get a chance to spend time with Patriots players Friday. The team donated footballs and hats to kids, many of whom lost their hair due to medical treatment. Players say they were happy to interact with patients who are often stuck inside and go through treatments.
The mundane of being in this hospital, seeing these walls, seeing the same faces over and over again, to see a new face and something that you see on TV is awesome. You know, seeing that, just to give them that smile just for that brief moment, it will help change their life forever.
The players say meeting the kids helps put everything into perspective. A Central Massachusetts teenager is looking to claim the title as the fittest teen in the world. In 2016, he was named the second fittest. Zach Mayer says a strict diet and training and the support of his CrossFit family helped push him towards his goal. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the story.
In 2016, Zach Mayer was the second fittest teen in the world at the CrossFit Games. An impressive title, and this year the 17-year-old is hoping to do even better.
A lot of training, like morning, afternoon, evening.
Mayer started CrossFit at 10 years old after seeing his mom do the sport.
I kind of started watching her do it, and then it just looked like fun. And then once I got older, I just took it more seriously.
He's training 5 days a week at the Leominster CrossFit 978 gym and keeping a strict diet in order to be ready to compete next month.
Proud of him. He puts a lot of time and effort. He works hard. So it's nice to see that it's paying off.
He competed in the games last year, hoping to keep his high standing, but had to withdraw due to a shoulder injury.
It's disappointing because you put all the time and effort in. Everyone here supports you, so it's kind of like you want to do good for all the people here.
He'll be competing against people from all over the world, doing a handful of different workouts, and says he likes the competition.
I like when it gets stressful and like there's adrenaline, there's like stuff on the line, it's close. It makes it more fun to me, like the pressure.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.